Hello my friends, welcome back to the Rohan campaign, where we found ourselves in a bit of a pickle because we've got Akorahil the Blind Sorcerer here from the far-flung lands of Mordor. He's just a turn away from Isengard. And then we have Captain Ulrad, as well as Kamik from the Variag of Khan. So we have two invasion armies to deal with. We have these Dunlendings we have to deal with at the same time. And the problem here is that Isengard, I've left it probably a little bit weak for what is coming. I have to admit, a pretty big mistake because I can't claim that I did not see this coming. I knew for a fact that the invasion forces would be arriving right away and that they would be able to beeline for Isengard within like a turn or two. I knew that they were going to blitz their way towards the city, and yet I still only put, oh geez, half of a stack of weak infantry in there, plus 2 units of cavalry. My plan now is to destroy these Dunlendings, and then, like, I know for a fact that Akorahil is going to have to build some ladders and the like, so he's going to take some time to siege Isengard, meaning that we can reinforce before he assaults the walls. So what I need is a strong Éomer with a strong cavalry force, because he will probably be the only forces within range able to reinforce, the only sizable force. We're going to have some infantry coming from Foldberg, perhaps Gnird, maybe even the Hornburg, though I doubt. Yeah, my infantry cannot march. Well, they might not be able to march from Foldberg either. Well, what I'm learning here is essentially all units from all of my recruitment centers will not be able to reach Isengard within a turn. So it's down to Éomer and our riders within the forts, and then we're going to have to recruit some infantry to reinforce after we've broken the back of the initial invasion force. And then, of course, we'll have to prepare ourselves again within 2 turns. Kamik is going to be at the walls of Isengard. I feel very strongly that we will be able to prepare for Kamik. We are sort of caught with our pants down when it comes to Akorahil. And we are wholly prepared to deal with Captain Ulrad, which we will do right now. So he has I say quote-unquote sizable force of troops here, but I'm pretty sure a lot of them are they're just trash units. For example, these bandits. You saw earlier how our general unit, I think it was Elfhelm, tore through the bandits. He's got a bunch of archers. The only unit that might be a bit annoying are these pikemen. The clan axemen and clan spearmen, not so much. The Dunlending huntsmen are javelin men, and they can be quite annoying as well. Actually, the unit that is probably the most annoying is this Dunlending warband, but even then, they're pretty soft. So what I'm saying here is that they have the quantity, but not necessarily the quality. So this is something that Éomer and Aldwulf, the chivalrous now, can deal with quite easily. Of course, they don't have a general either, so it's going to be easy to rout them. So, what I need to do, my goal for this battle is to preserve my cavalry force as much as possible, essentially. So we're going to have to take the brunt of the assault on the shields of our infantry. Anyway, you guys, I will see you on the old battle map. The old battle map. Here we go.
I shall lead our forces into...
Alright, I've set Aldwulf aside because I kind of want to skirmish with him before... Well, I'm not sure if they're going to attack or if they're going to stay on the hill. It seems to me that they're going to stay on the hill, but we'll have to see. Currently, the Dunlendings have a massive missile advantage, so if they do stay on the hill, that's going to be a bit annoying for me. But this is the reason I want to get Aldwulf involved. Him and his 13 or 12 bodyguards, rather, might not be able to do a huge amount of damage, but it's going to be enough. We've got these clan hunters setting up to fire at us. In the meantime, let's grab our infantry forces and move them forward. So I've got my spearmen, my militia in the front line because I assume that they can take the brunt of the battle most readily. we can replace them easily is what I'm saying. Actually, no, let's take a quick look at these guys. These dudes have a gold shield, indicating they've received a huge amount of armor upgrades from Isengard, but it appears to me that they have maybe, like, quilted jackets. These guys have a bronze shield, which means they have a very light armor upgrade, and they seem to be much the same. So I'm left wondering if, I don't know, perhaps armor upgrades are not represented within the mod, which would be just fine. Okay, yeah, so we're going to move the militia forward, and in fact, I'm going to do a bit of a double wall here with the spears. Unfortunately, I think my spears are currently in a shield wall formation. Okay, we have to get Aldwulf involved right away. He's taken a lot of arrows. So this is going to take forever for them to move and tire them out, presumably. And then we've got, of course, 2 groups of infantry. Okay, Aldwulf has charged in. He's done very little damage, actually, and he's taking casualties immediately. So we're going to have to get the cavalry on the flank. It seems to me that Aldwulf may not be as useful as I'd hoped. The clan hunters are a little bit more steadfast. It seems, I mean, we did kill a shit ton of them for what damage we took. In fact, you know what? Let's get involved regardless. It seems to me that the Dunlendings are now out of formation, and they're not ready to fire any arrows at Aldwulf at all. Look at that, how quickly the mind turns. We're going to charge these clan hunters in the rear, and I'm pretty sure this is going to rout them, but you never know. Okay, we'll grab the Riders of Rohan, plus Aylmer, just kind of stash them to the side for now. Fucking anywhere. Wherever they want to go. Okay, I have to pause this, because these guys do not want to form into a line. Jeez, they need so much fucking room. Why is that? I'm not sure. We're going to have to redraw our infantry lines as well, because... whoop, looks like we have met the enemy. Oh shit, I was not paying attention, and we've already charged in. So we're going to have to... oh gosh. Let's just form a spear line. Tie them up with the militia. Okay, yeah, this is gonna be a messy one, boys. I was not paying attention to my infantry in any way. Actually, you know what? Let's get around the flank with Group 3. The axemen will take on the spearmen. Okay, we're going to try to charge in as best we can. It looks to me like they've left most of their missile units unattended. It looks to me like we've just killed the captain immediately, so that's a good sign. Yeah, look at that. Jesus Christ, the Yorling swordsmen are not doing well at all. Wow. Okay. Now, I don't mean to... I have to keep pausing this, I'm sorry. I've just realized that I am actually a little bit overwhelmed. So we're going to move in with the archers, the riders, and Aylmer. They can definitely take on all of these missile units. We just have to be careful of the farmhand pikemen. So let's just be mindful of that, shall we, as we move in. Aldwulf slaying clan hunters, it looks. Slowly but surely. Let's get him disengaged. Now, our flanking force is, in fact, around the flank, which is ideal. Obviously. Goes without saying. We can get around the flank with the spearmen here as well. What in the world? Can you attack, please? There we go. Now, these guys are going to be quite useless for the time being. Oh, we've already routed the clan spearmen. Okay, well, we're actually going to be charging into these archers a little bit earlier than I... oh, God. Well, remember when I said I wanted to maintain my cavalry force as best as possible? And remember when I said I was overwhelmed? This is precisely what I was talking about. Okay, so here's Aylmer charging into clan spearmen, the absolute asshole. I've got my Riders of Rohan charging into clan hunters, farmhand hunters, and the like. Here we go. Let's get the archers to fire at the pikemen. Aylmer to disengage. Aldwulf is going to... did we just rout the entire main line of the Dunland? Okay, we did. Alright, well, let's just grab all of our infantry, draw a new line, like this. Okay, so we've lost some horse archers, unfortunately. This is the unfortunate truth. Looks like we've got the clan spearmen to deal with yet. Aldwulf, wrong general. Aldwulf is cutting those guys down. Okay, we're actually putting a fucking hole in these pikemen. With our skirmishers and our archers. We just have to take on these huntsmen. And these farmhand archers, which should crumble pretty quickly. I don't know where those spearmen got to, but it seems to me that they have fled. Okay, let's just deal with these huntsmen, please. We're going to sick all of our Rohirrim at whatever's left of the Dunland infantry. Looks like those bandits charged in, nothing we can't handle. Luckily, we do have a lot of Riders of Rohan left. So we can definitely use them against whatever a Corihil. It's a Corihil, the blind sorcerer, unfortunately. Okay, let's charge into these bandits. They should break. Our missile cav is still doing a lot of damage to those pikemen, who are locked into deadly formation. Jeez. Okay, so we've actually taken less casualties in the cavalry department than I had anticipated, which is obviously quite ideal. Looks to me like all of their infantry routed at precisely the right time, which is amazing. we just have to deal with these farmhand archers. It looks like they're wavering. I want Aldwulf to begin charging those guys down. Eomer has obviously torn down a bunch of infantry. I think those pikemen are routing. Nope, they're still going strong. Let's charge in with the skirmishers. They're not paying attention. It looks to me like we can take them out pretty easily. Charge them in the rear with the pikes, or with the jabs rather. There we go. Okay, yeah, we've done it. We've taken out those pikemen. Let's turn off fire at will so we're not causing casualties here. And now the question is, who remains amongst these Dunland warriors? Looks to me like these clan spearmen have reformed, so let's charge into them with with all of our riders as well as some infantry support. Here we go. Okay, so we've got units coming, we've got units going. These warband are apparently still... Okay, they've just broken in the wake of this sea of horsemen charging into them. Okay, there we go, we won. Now, I would usually head out to the campaign map at this point, but this looks like it's too juicy for me to cut out. Like, look at this fucking route we've got going on. And then just a disgusting mass of riders running after them all. Right? Like, this is pure entertainment right here. Oh, this is what we fucking tune in for, isn't it? Okay, well, Eomer has cut down those archers. There's only 6 of them left. Amazing. And then we've got a bunch of axemen over here we want to take out. So we took casualties in 1 unit of swordsmen, essentially, and we took maybe 20 casualties in a unit of skirmishers. So it's not the end of the world. I'm still a little disappointed that the skirmishers got mismanaged but what do you do? I was just not paying attention in any meaningful way. Okay, so now we've got... There's not much left. Let's get our infantry disentangled from these assholes so we can kind of see what's going on, first and foremost. Our skirmishers can take down the spearmen. And you know what? At this point, we could probably head out to the old campaign map. Holy shit, that went stupendously well. We lost 86 men, and there's only 71 men left of Captain Ulrad's army. Shit, we nearly lost less men than they have remaining. Okay, so we have healed 13 of those swordsmen, and that's it. Unfortunately, we didn't heal any of those the skirmishers in any way. They did lose 17 men. We lost 24 swordsmen and 22 militia. So that's not too bad at all. Anyway, we're going to, I think, end the turn immediately because we're going to build some rams in Tirith Anduin still. So we've just slain Captain Ulrad outright. Aldwulf has gained a rank, and we are left with
I will only address you.
a couple hundred Dunlendings just outside Denard. A bunch of shabby units, leftovers,
Yes, my lord.
as it were. So we can return to Isengard within one turn next turn, once Akori Hill decides to make a move. And then we'll have to garrison.
Your will, my lord.
We may be able to
My lord.
march some of these troops
Orders.
towards Isengard immediately. It looks to me like these guys
Orders.
can move towards Isengard. And we will do so. We will, in fact, have a huge amount of infantry
Camp here.
ready to go. And
My lord. Your will, my lord.
hopefully we'll have a bunch of infantry left over after the invasion that we can get Aldwulf to turn around again and march into Dunland. For now, we'll reassign him to Bregnus
My lord.
just to watch the borders. In Gnird, we're going to recruit. Well, all they have are shitty spearmen. I don't know if we want either of these guys at the moment. Let's return to places like the Hornburg, where we can get some professional troops. I think we want some more archers. Should we send the Helmingas out to Isengard? I don't think so. They're a little bit expensive. So we're going to recruit a unit of archers, and we'll go for axemen and swordsmen. In Foldberg, we'll probably do much the same. Let's do all three of these, actually. No, we'll skip the militia and go for, I think, some horse archers. We have a unit within Isengard, one with
My lord.
Eomer. Yeah, we'll go for a unit of horse archers. Okay. They're quite good against the lightly armored units of Dunland, and most assumedly Mordor and the Variags of Khand. The skirmishers are pretty good too, less so against lightly armored troops. They're more for the armored troops. In the east, we can probably do with some more reinforcements for the frontier. We did put 3 units of militia within Rocheburg.
Your orders, my lord.
We don't have any garrison units per se for Tirith Anduin. We do have all of these professional troops, but I'm imagining a scenario where we want Aelmund to continue beyond Tirith Anduin, but there aren't that many targets unless we cross the river and start venturing into, the Shadow of Mirkwood territory, I believe. Whereas I would rather prefer to focus on the west, the clans of Enedwythe as well as the Dunlendings. These shitty humans to the west rather than the shitty subhumans in the east. We could, however, leave a large force in Tirith Anduin to guard the river crossing, I suppose. Anyway, I think for now we're basically done the turn. We can still do with some more professional units out of Dunlastyr, why not? We have the gold to spend, and we are going to need the troops pretty immediately, I assume. And I think we're still...
Yes, my lord.
What do we got? 3 rams. I want another 3 rams, I think, and then we can besiege the town. So that's something we'll do next turn, and assumedly next episode. Let's see what Akora Hill and, what's his nuts, Kemik do, and then we can make some decisions then. Interestingly enough, Akora Hill has not besieged Isengard.
Gonna stick you.
He's instead decided to stop just short of the walls. I'm not sure why that is.
My lord.
I think what we need to do is stick Eomer in a fort for now. That way we get free upkeep, but also we can reinforce when necessary. He has not yet besieged Isengard. Perhaps he's waiting for Kemik. What I'm observing, though, is a battle here where we don't reinforce unless Akora Hill, or rather, unless we leave Isengard. And I would rather just get troops in there. Unfortunately, these guys are going to be left hanging in the wind. Okay, what can we do? We can prevent Kamik from crossing the bridge, but I don't know if that's such a great idea because he may be able to... I think what's going to happen is if I block the bridge, he's going to attack whatever is in the way. So we may need to put some throwaway units there, perhaps. Something like some Fort Spearmen. That may do it, or perhaps the militia in Foldberg would be better. Okay, let's do this. We're going to put these guys... Let's just make sure he has no siege equipment first. Do we have any spies nearby? I don't believe so. Southern Dunland. Lugio and Norian. And Onodrith. Okay, so we have a guy in Onodrith. Let's... Well, that's still quite far away, unfortunately. Okay, we're going to have to get this guy moving. Oh, shit. Adunafel the Quiet is arriving as well. Okay, well, the entire point of hiring the spies was so that we would get a bit of an early warning system against all of these armies arriving, but here we are. Caught unawares. Okay, but we still have a few spies. It looks to me like Dunland is backed off for the time being, which is wonderful. We're still going to take a look at the clans of Enedwythe and scout for Dunland settlements. And this dude was going to take... I think we want to take a look at Gondor. We'll see what's going on there. Osgiliath reached. Oh god, Minas Tirith reached. Sorry, I know that if I let those play, I'm going to get flagged for copyright for sure. And no one wants to see that. Not that it matters. The 5 cents I make a video, I think I could live without. It looks to me like the Gondorians are doing pretty well. They've crossed the old river here. And it looks like earlier they were besieging Minas Morgul, and I think it was just Minas Morgul actually, but Minas Morgul looks like it's still received some okay, no, it's actually owned by Gondor, it looks like. And I'm sure the same can be said for Henethanun. Not so much the Black Gate, however, that's still... Mornin is still owned by Mordor. Okay, but we still want to keep an eye on what's developing in Gondor for sure. Ostathil, that's a new place. And that's why we've got Eowyn. And if at all possible, we'll get him to keep an eye on whatever this is, Daggerlad. He'll keep an eye on Daggerlad and the Eastern Bank. Possibly Ithilien, I'm not sure. We definitely still need more spies. And to that end, I think we actually have the proper... Oh, I forgot, we got the Horse Breeders Guild in Edoras. It was the smoking house that allowed us to get... it was the inn and smoking house line. So we do have one in Edoras. Aldburg, I believe I built a smoking house. There it is. Onodrith as well has one. Dunlastyr does not. So we can actually build that here for 950 gold. Let's do that. Just for to increase our agent limit. We are still going to move a lot of infantry north. Let's put these guys in Foldberg for now, replacing the troops we recruited here. These swordsmen and spearmen, which are going to move... let's stash them in the fort for now. Unfortunately, we can't reach Isengard from where we are, so we're going to have to, again, stash these dude in the fort. And then next turn, assumedly when Akorhil besieges Isengard, we can move all of our infantry, our cavalry, everything up. If he does not besiege Isengard, we can move all of these troops in the settlement right away. Yeah, these guys cannot move. We did recruit troops in Dunlastyr as well. They'll have to... or should we send them... No, we're going to send them to the west, to Foldberg. In Edoras, we could recruit cavalry, because, as I understand it, they will get Now, if I recruit bodyguards, does that give me a new general? I can't recall how this works in Medieval 2. It's been a long time since I've been able to recruit bodyguards outright. Or does it just give me the unit without a general, a named character? Haven of Umbar has allied the Dunlendings. Realm of Galadrim have declared a truce with the Shadow of Mirkwood. Very bizarre, because they're going to hold on to Karis Galadin. Oh, I see what's going on. I mistook that this was a Gondorian wall, not that it was owned by Gondor. Citadel upgrade Gondor, because it's like a Gondorian building. My mistake. So it looks to me as if Minas Morgul may in fact still be held by the Shadow of Mordor. Anyway, we've built a meeting hall in Alnburg, which has allowed us to stop paying for Elfhelm. Has that really... Okay, well, it seems to me that only one unit is able to be... It's only one free unit of upkeep, and that's paying for the general. Okay. When we come back next episode, as I said, we're going to capture Tirith Anduin, and then we'll have to see what Akori Hill and Kamik and his band of merry brigands do. We're well prepared for Akori Hill now. We've got a huge amount of cavalry, 3 units here, and then 6 units there, and I believe that's it. We have no more cavalry kicking around. It seems not. We are able to actually recruit more units in Dunlestir. We still have more available in Foldburg as well, and we could probably spring for that. I'm getting worried that we are diminishing our treasury, however. So we'll probably stop recruiting cavalry for the time being. I think more infantry, though, is a fine investment. Some more axemen, some more militia. In Gnird, we could probably do with some more archers and pikemen and the like, but let's do a unit of Fort Spearmen. Why not?
Your will, my lord.
And then within Hornburg, I think we've essentially spent all good units. Yeah, let's end it there. Okay, everyone, thank you for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm a lot more confident now than I was at the beginning, and I hope you are too. Anyway, as always, if you liked the episode, leave a like, leave a comment. My name is Incoherence. This has been Rohan, episode number 20, and I hope to see you all later.